Hey guys and girls, Emma again, welcome back to the spare room. Today is just a quick update on my little treadle lathe. A lot of you have been asking what's happening, and it's all happening. I just need a weekend to paint it when I'm not doing anything else in the shop, and that hasn't happened yet. So today's job was to rebuild this tailstock. This was what was in it, and it's all pitted and rough and not in the middle, and it's been sharpened with an angle grinder, and it was a little bit shorter than it should have been, etc, etc, etc. I've used this thread again, and it had a bit of a bend in here as well, and we fixed that, and we made a new one out of 4140, so that's not going to move and it's going to last pretty well. Let's have a bit of a look at it. So what I've done is turn this off, or cut this off and turned a piece on there. I'm handheld here, sorry guys. But that's got a shoulder in there that's down to about 7mm, and I've bored the end to match, so it's a reasonable sort of a slip fit in there. It's not too loose and not too tight. I'm going to put some Loctite primer on this and run a bit of Loctite on it and put it together overnight. And in this end I put a centre hole, so I'm going to set this up between centres and machine this down to the overall diameter, which was 7/16. This bit's just a bit past it. And then when we've done that, we're going to set this up nicely in the four-jaw and put a point on it. So hopefully that's good enough. This is 4140 I think, which is pretty hard stuff. It's way over engineered. But rather than try and replace this rotten thread with my lathe, this is what I've done, so hopefully it holds up alright. So that's the spindle down to size and polished. That was a nice press fit for the last little bit, and then there's a tiny little sliding gap for the rest of the fit for the hold, so the Loctite holds. So I'm pretty pleased about that. There's not a lot of load on it anyway, and it's really only a centre, and this lathe is probably going to be for looks a lot. So that's nice and straight and polished. I'm going to put a point on this, so I'll set him up in the four-jaw with a piece of emery paper around him, and we're going to run a nice point on there, and we'll call that bit done. And the next job is just to set that up in the four-jaw, and I've just machined a 60-degree angle on that with the compound sled over. So that's pretty straightforward. I'll give that a polish up and we'll have a look at the finished job. So there we go. It's all back together. Tightens up nice. Still got to put the pin in the end of it, and it still needs some paint. But that's the finished quill. Fairly pleased with that. Time for some paint. And thanks for watching guys. Be kind to each other, and more soon.